because I'm East European. The mentality for us is a lot different. Like I feel like violence is more in our nature, but I feel like West Europeans have been too civilized. Like the violence has been taken out of them. So
I
when do
agree with
people
you.
get violent?
I agree with you whole fucking heartedly. I think what's happened is they've used education to subdue the violent nature in northern and western Europeans. And I think we need to get back in touch with our fucking tribal side and become more violent. I'm naturally, I came out of a very violent family, and I I dropped out of school in eighth grade, so I didn't even make it through junior high. But I think education has a lot to do with the level of violence within a person. You typically, kids that don't make it all the way through high school have issues with violence or like disorderly conduct. You see kids that's in college and that's more subdued and less violent, and they have so. I don't know. We need to figure out a way that we can incite or tap into that violent nature of the white man, because enough's enough.
Do you think Christianity is a good ideology to unite white people? Because that's the one thing whites are lacking, a unity.
Bro, the problem with Christianity right now is I believe the Bible has been rewritten, and I believe the Bible's been rewritten and altered, and there's so many different sects of religion in the United States alone. I can't speak for the rest over in like Australia or England or whatever, but I know in the United States there's hundreds of different denominations. And the problem with that is because there's not one single denomination or even two. It allows for gross mistranslation, um, misleading different Christians into different ideologies and taking them down the wrong path. And because of that, I think right now Christianity is more harmful. And I'm a Christian. I think it's more harmful than it is beneficial, especially to the ideal of racism.
We need to move on, brothers. We've got a lot of hands here. So, library.
Hi, just wanted to address the early American history thing. First of all, we were like all stuck in like the East and the South until 1803, until the Louisiana Purchase. And we purchased the lands beyond the Mississippi River to the west in 1803, and it was already conquered by the Spanish and the French. And they are the ones who did was it the smallpox blankets and killed most of the Indians. They're the ones that went to war and looted all the gold. Remember all the Spanish gold ships? That's from that time. It was like maybe 150, 175 years before we even bought the rights to the land. But we bought the land from people who had conquered it previously. And they they really did a mass genocide of the Indians and the native people. But that happened like 150 years before we even bought the land. This is why they speak Spanish in Mexico instead of Aztec. So just keep that in mind. Don't be ashamed of who you are. I mean, we settled the land. We made it civil again. I mean, and we coexisted with Plains Indians who just grew corn and traded with us. We had no problem with them, and they had no problem with us. It was just the Apache and Comanche that were consistently at war with each other. They actually made alliances with white people from all sides to go to war, and even forced us to go to war with the French at some point. So just keep it in mind, it's a lot more complicated than we just came in here and killed a bunch of Indians. Actually, we didn't. It was people that were here like 150 years before we even got here. Just
So,
wanted to
there
put
isn't
that out there.
Thanks, Library. Now, there isn't much time left, and we've got 9 people requesting, so if you've asked a question, can you move down so we can get other people up? Truth Seeker.
Okay, I'm gonna move down. I'm gonna move.
Yeah, the space keeps glitching and stuff, but I did wanted to say some things when Tommy was here, but yeah, something happened. But the point is that white people aren't going to give their strategies out here on X. There's things going on behind the scenes, and the fact that these people can come in and ask us, "What are you going to do? What are you guys doing?" as if we're going to tell them. And the other thing is that Black, Brown, and Asians are the privileged class in white countries right now, and they're getting high off of that victimhood that's getting fed to them by the propaganda. I mean, even with what Library said, the history that they keep rewriting to make out the white man's to blame for everything, they do that here in Australia as well. So they're just the points that I wanted to make, that and the reason why it's harder for whites to get together to rise up is because they're shut down. They're getting put in jail for putting stickers up, for speaking their truth, for having an opinion. So, but there is a lot going on, and there's a mass awakening and movement happening with the white race right now. So that's just the point I wanted to make. Thanks, guys.
Martin.
White power.
White power.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, a lot of fucking niggers today, huh? I mean, geez, it was like one after another for a little while there. But no, what I kind of wanted to get at, I'll be pretty quick, is it doesn't really fucking matter what white people like are planning for fucking black people. They're fucking idiots. I mean, like in every single conflict they lose when we try. I mean, it's just like the only thing they have over us is words. The only like all the other races, all browns and they have words against us. It, we're the fucking genocidal freaks that fucking go and wipe everybody out. I mean, like, just wait until that white man is awakened and it feels like they're cornered. I mean, we're kind of sitting fat, to be honest. I mean, yeah, like, they're raping our women and they're fucking sending millions of people into our countries, but, like, white people are sitting happy. I mean, most of them. I mean, they're ignorant of what's going on. The second that's not the consensus, all of their "oh my god, white people are scary" dreams are gonna come. They're gonna become real, and white people will become scary again. So that's all I gotta say about that.
Thanks, Martin. Thomas, can you see if you can get somebody requests up? I can't seem to get them invited up. Energy.
Yeah. Yeah, that woman that was saying, "Oh, you know, we bought the land from the French," which is true. We bought it from Napoleon in 18. Like we were the ones who fucking went through and fucking cleared shit fucking out before we bought it. But white man has no guilt. We don't give a fuck, even if it was us. That's a woman talking. No, don't worry, woman. There is no white man guilt. Okay. But this is kind of why I'm explaining about what fucking happened in the past with the Spanish, because see, the Hispanics are getting on board and claiming that whatever the Spanish did, it belongs to them. So you guys aren't wrapping your heads around what I'm trying to explain, that we have to get rid of the past Spanish. I'm not talking about the Spanish in Spain today. I'm talking about what the conquistadors did and what they're still doing today in terms of how they think. They're still thinking like fucking from 1520s with the Hispanics mindset. They want to capture what the Spanish did, and that's the game plan. So what I'm saying is that we got to get rid of the Spanish shit from the past to eliminate what these Hispanics are basically claiming as theirs when it isn't theirs. That was the Spanish. Yes, the Spanish did come into where the United States is. Yes, but not the fucking Aztecs. So fuck you, Mexicans. The Spanish conquered. Okay, they kicked some fucking ass, and we can appreciate that as men. The Spanish were tough motherfuckers for the time that they were kicking fucking ass, and they did their shit. But what I'm saying is we got a clean house of the past Spanish that these fuckers are claiming for today, because they're fucking sick in the fucking head. Okay, these Hispanics, these Mexicans, they're claiming what the Spanish did. They think that it's them. Fuck, they couldn't do anything that the Spanish fucking did. All right, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Energy. Any of the new ones that's come up, you've got a question, because we've got 8 people requesting to come up.
No, I don't got a question now. I just had to lay that out. I just got back from Phoenix.
You're breaking up. Can't hear you.
Again, man. It was good because my phone fucking died for fucking whatever it was, 4 or 5 hours.
Right, well, we can't hear you, Energy. Now, Afro Nut and White Lives, you two have came up just there, but you've not got your hand up, means you're not asking a question. So if you've not got one, can you move down so we can get other people up?
Yeah, are you talking to me? Look like this other guy was breaking up pretty bad.
Yeah, but he's left now. He's moved down.
Yeah, no, I'm just hearing all this stuff about the Indians, and it's beyond even conversation. Like, you know, when these people came in, they were taking scalps and they were murdering families, and like, you know, they were not allowing people to, you know, even live their lives. Like, they were just slaughtering people. And, you know, you want to talk about, oh, you got them sick or whatever. You think these people came in with the pox and then went over to the Indians just coughing all over them, trying to genocide them? Like, that is absolute bullshit. That is not at all what happened. And like, you just need to put that aside. You know, we came to the country. They were roaming around like fucking animals, killing people. And, you know, we were just trying to trade and, you know, build, which is what we do. And I'm just so fucking tired of hearing it. You know what I mean? And so that is absolutely a non-conversation. You know, you have to move beyond that. Like, we built a civilization here. We have a right to be here. These people had no concept of private property, no concept of civilization, and they should be thanking us. And in fact, instead of butchering them like we should have, we built the civilization here, and we gave them their own territory. They live on reservations. They are still here. And these other fuckers here, they wanted to exterminate us. And we won't have a pot to piss in or shit in when these people are done with us. So, you know, you have to look at what's actually happening and stop listening to the propaganda. You know what I mean? Because if we go along this path, we won't exist while these other fuckers are still living on the reservations. And that's all I had to say.
Thanks, Afro Nut. White Lives. White Lives. Now you came up, but you've no. Do you not want to ask anything or say anything? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to talk about what happened in Nevada City, Northern California, where that guy was sitting in front of the Firehouse Cafe, and a black man came by doing asking people if they were registered to vote. And the guy turned his camera on, and he said, "Where's the hanging tree?" Anyway, the guy's name that said his response was "in your backyard." This clip is on TikTok. Uncle Ricky is the name of the guy on TikTok who started screaming. He's the black guy. He started screaming at the guy, Gary Miller, and his wife Janice, and his daughter Brittany. And what he is saying now, what he's claiming is that Gary said, "Get out of my face, you nigger," and said, "There's a hanging tree down the road." And then the guy turned on his video camera and said, "Where's the hanging tree?" He said nothing at all about the guy saying, "Get out of my face, nigger." Anyway, the guy started screaming his head off, trying to incite people to kill him. That's what he was screaming. He was making a scene. He was saying to the mother, Janice, "Don't touch me. Don't touch me. That's assault. Don't touch me. That's assault." And the daughter, Brittany, said, "Don't you know the history of this town?" Anyway, all three of those people were arrested for absolutely nothing. The guy said there's a hanging tree. The black guy made an absolute scene about it. Now he's got $40,000 in his GoFundMe account. And now they're announcing the guy owns one of the buildings in the town of Virginia City so that the Jew lawyers can come after him and take him for everything he's got. I feel like we should all support that guy. Gary Miller and his family. They all went to jail, and they were all charged with one thing or another. And it's not against the law to be racist. And it shouldn't be against the law to touch somebody unless you're touching them in a violent way and you mean to hurt them. But the mother went to jail for assault, and the daughter went to jail for disrupting, I guess, the arrest procedure. And the father went to jail, I guess, for being a racist. And last I checked, that wasn't illegal. That's all I had to say. I think we need to support these people. All the black people on TikTok are saying, we're going to wreck that town, hope the place doesn't burn down. We got to put that place out of business, take that man for every penny he's got, all this shit. I just feel like I always have to respond to these people online. I know it's not doing anything really, but I feel like we should raise money for that family and stick up for those people every time these black people are demanding reparations, because that's what this is.
All right, Mom, I told you not to come in my fucking Twitter spaces.
I'm not your mom.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, Mom.
No, I'm not.
Mom?
Anyway, I'm done.
Don't come into my Twitter spaces. I told you not to come in here. Okay? All right, moving on.
Crusader.
Hey, thank you so much. So I was like to talk about these people who saying, hey, you Europeans came here, conquered, of course, the United States and other continents, and you done this and that, and then you took over, you conquered. It's absolutely true. This is the history. This is everywhere is happening in the world. Even the same Indians in United States that was not in United States then, they were fighting each other and taking over their women's and the land and cattle and whatever else. So this is the part of the human nature. And then there is these people who are saying, we were here, like the example, the people in Ireland are saying, I am Black Irish, and you should learn to educate yourself on your ancestry, because black people were here in Ireland before the white people. Where the motherfucker they're living. It's like when I was in München for Oktoberfest a few years ago, and I had opportunity to talk with few Kurdish people and Turkish, and we were talking about migration, immigration, etc. And then one of them said, and everyone else jumped in and said, yeah. And he said, oh, when here in Europe was cold, and he was referring probably for the Ice Age, we went away. Now we are coming back. And I stayed like with this kind of fucking question, and I didn't know what to say, because this is some kind of idiotic point of view. It's like me waking up tomorrow, and I say, because my ancestor had the Roman Empire, and because tomorrow everything is going to be Roman Empire. All the countries, the territory of the Roman Empire is Roman Empire from tomorrow. I mean, this is idiotic. It is true that Rome had the empire when Paris, Berlin, London were the marshland, but this is the how the history is going. So I don't really understand how someone can claim something that didn't even be in here. So yeah, this is what I was going to say.
Thanks very much. Seal.
Yeah, because we're still on the topic about the fucking Indians. Now they got me pissed off. The white man got really pissed off. So when we do fucking take everything back, I think we're going to push down into Mexico, all the way down to fucking Panama. And we're just going to take all that shit over. And we're going to make that all white man land too. And I tell you why, because I really don't want a big border anymore. And the easiest way to do it is just push right up to Panama. So that way we have the real little tiny border with some fucking just a small little wall around it, and we just keep everybody else out. So that's they brought that on themselves. They shouldn't have opened their fucking mouth, but now we're gonna have to do that. And then as far as the guy that's up in Virginia City, that happened. I was actually working up in. I've been up in Reno for the last month. I heard about that on the day that I was driving back down to Vegas. And I think when I get a chance, I'm going to stop back up into Virginia City, which is it's right outside of Reno. And And I want to see if I can get in touch with those people, because that's a good opportunity actually to Jew pill them people. And right now, they're just being attacked with Jewish nigger mobs. It's absolute bullshit what that fucking clown did and how they're getting away with it. I don't like the way everybody rallied right around them and then just started doxing him and trying to shut his business down. So Northern Nevada is pretty anti-black, unlike Southern Nevada. Southern Nevada is pretty pro-black and cuckfied. But Northern Nevada is pretty anti-black, and what it was they have a thing going on up there called Hot August Nights, which is for it's a classic car show. So the classic car show came into Virginia City, and they had it on the main street where they were showing off some of the old cars. And I don't know exactly how that nigger set it up, but he basically drawed attention to himself and got some money. It seems like these niggers are using this out of a playbook where they know now how to create a shit show and then generate money from like GoFundMe or whatever. But this kind of shit has to stop.
Thanks, Yo. There's 6 people requesting. I've tried to get yous up, but I can't get yous up for some reason. The space is glitching. Unity.
I mean, how I feel about America is it was created on white flight, and because we were trying to get away from, the Jewish subversion in Europe, and here we are. We have created one of the most powerful countries in the world, and so we have to own that shit, and we need to take back what is ours and kick these motherfuckers out. I don't care about South America. Build that fucking wall. Okay, electrocute it. Give all these fuckers 1 month to get back over the border, and and declare open season. And we've sent so much aid to other countries that, as far as I'm concerned, we own them all. And so we need to own our shit. We need to own our shit and get back on track as far as, white people, because we are the smartest, we are the most capable. And so we need to just get back on it, own it, and kick these people out. They don't belong here. We left because of them. So, all this bullshit about American Indians, whatever, they're better off now than they were when we got here. Just like the niggers and those fucking, Jews and everybody that comes over our borders, they're better off here than they're anywhere else. And they know it. That's why they want to be in white countries. So fuck them, kick them out, own our shit, and I'm just going to land it there.
Thanks, Unity. Anybody else got anything? Anybody want to talk about anything? Because I can't get any of these people up. So
Do you
I'm
need
going
me
to
to,
just
do you
open
need
it
me
up
to
to
bring
you.
people up?
If you
All right, let me
can,
see.
yes.
Sorry, I'm cooking a steak. 1 sec. I don't see